Brad Simpson and his wife Suzanne Simpson. They've been married approximately 22 years to the best of our knowledge, have 4 children. They live here in Olmos Park. At that time, we didn't get notified of that disturbance or anything unusual until 24 hours later when it was reported to us by Mr. Simpson that she was missing. So at that point, we handled it like a missing person. Facts were developed pursuant to that and speaking with Mr. Simpson and then other people that were calling in to give us information. Facts seemed to indicate that it was possible that it got physical and there was an altercation. Here in Olmos Park later on, the evidence that was obtained by us and some other eyewitnesses seemed to indicate that it got physical here in Olmos Park. So I made an appointment to schedule an appointment with Mr. Simpson, and he didn't keep that appointment, so he's been uncooperative with that. We have searched for Suzanne. We don't know where she is. We'd love to find her. We don't know if she's somewhere hiding away or someplace that her family doesn't know where she's at. She hasn't been to work. So obviously we're very concerned. Many people came out to help us search for her. And still, we haven't found her. We did develop enough information to obtain a warrant with the assistance of the Texas Rangers, actually 2 warrants. One was for assault, family violence, and the other one was for unlawful restraint. So in the early morning hours, about 1:30 a.m., we arrested Mr. Simpson, and we had support. This was not in Bexar County. This was actually in Kendall County, and it was for those 2 warrants that were approved by the Bexar County Magistrate. Other than that, we are continuing this investigation. We're asking anybody who has information on where she might be. And actually, there's going to be a photograph of Mr. Simpson's vehicle that we're concerned with. Although he's presently in jail in Kendall County, we would like to know if any persons, any people here had any sighting of that pickup truck this weekend. And we'll put out a good picture of that GMC pickup truck. It's a 2019 dark colored like a black GMC Sierra pickup truck. And we'll put that photo and everything out on the social media.
So the truck is missing at this point?
The truck is not missing. What we're looking for is maybe people who saw it somewhere that might have been unusual, or they spotted it somewhere that, you know, could indicate that it was suspicious. Anybody who saw a truck like that, and again, we'll put it out within the half hour, the photo of it. It's a 2019 GMC pickup truck. And I believe the picture is on social media of Mr. Simpson himself. So we're asking if anyone has information like that to please contact us.
Chief, is there any history of domestic violence between the couple?
No, we can't prove that, but right now we're in the process of interviewing many people. It's a tight-knit community here in Olmos Park. So they had very, very many friends and a lot of family. So many of the people are telling us, you know, that there has been tension in the family, but, you know, that can be very common. So we don't know. We're going by the facts that we have that seem to indicate that an assault occurred that night, Sunday night. Again, we weren't notified until Monday night about this.
Where is her cell phone?
We don't know the location of her cell phone. We would love to know where it is, but obviously we don't have it. We will be running search warrants that we worked on early morning hours, you know, to get those search warrants, and we'll be looking for that.
The arrest affidavit also says that he was removing himself from the family home.
That being that he was out of the county and he was not responsive to me and request to assist us with any of this.
Were they separating? Or
I don't have that information.
Did the neighbor indicate why he didn't call 911?
No, we don't know that.
Where was he arrested? Like
In Kendall County.
But where?
It would have been I-10 and off I-10 on a frontage road eastbound in Kendall County. It's about the best I'm going to do with that.
I heard that we heard volunteers were asked to go home and not search the area. Why?
We didn't have anything scheduled for volunteers. That was yesterday, and many volunteers came out, and they were very helpful, and we appreciate them, and we might need them again. But right now, since all our manpower is tied up in other things, the priority is elsewhere, and we don't want folks searching right now without the police or some supervision out there.
What are the main areas of search right now?
Basically, we searched the woods yesterday behind you along Contour right here.
Chief, there's a lot of police activity on this road in front of the house. Are your people inside their house or around the area?
Presently not, but we will be.
Inside the home?
Yes.
Are you widening the physical search and planning to widen it?
We may. That depends on what the search yields today.
In foul play, has that ever come into question? Is that
Of course, in these situations, you tend to look at whether foul play was involved. There was enough foul play for us to obtain warrants for assault and for unlawful restraint. But at the same time, we have received so much information that we're not counting out anything. These things, there can be family violence, and then something very unusual happened, and somebody else is totally involved. So we're not focusing just on one thing or one person. It's not like that. But surely, foul play is the more time passes, the more time we believe foul play was involved.
Chief, do you know why he was in Kendall County?
The family has some property, and he was generally in that area, out of this area, and again, he just wasn't responding to us, and that's what happened.
In the arrest affidavit, it states that their child told a school staff member that she saw her mom get hit
Anything involving that, any child like that, I'm not going to comment on.
You mentioned that this is a tight-knit community, and you're now hearing that there's tension between the couple. Do you tend to find out in a community like this that domestic violence doesn't get reported as much as...
That's in every community.
Everywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you considering the husband as a suspect in her disappearance?
He's more than a suspect in the assault, but we don't know anything beyond that. That's what the searches today will be about.
And
Are you changing the color of clothing other than black outfit?
No, sir, that was the last that we know that she was wearing. A black dress. It looked, like someone was dressed up nicely.
have you gotten answers from family if she is known to do this, to go off?
It's highly unusual for her. Suzanne was known, or is known, as a very loving and reliable person, especially with her children and her work. And so she hasn't been to work, and she hasn't contacted her children. And so, yes, they feel like it's just highly unusual.
Where are the kids now?
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on the location of kids.
As an experienced law enforcement officer, what is your hunch, or what's your...
I believe that a lot will depend on how well we can develop evidence today based on our searches today. And so we're a small department, so it's taking a little bit, but we'll finish these searches. We have help. I'd be remiss in not mentioning, the support we have had. And I can start naming them, and I may leave somebody out, but they know who they are. A lot of help. And so today, just for us to get home and get some sleep was important. So today we're ready for those searches.
How long do you expect this portion of the street to be closed and for you all to be out here?
I'd say, 24 hours.
In those searches, does they just include the home or the area in general?
Here in Olmos Park is just the home, yes.
What evidence have you collected so far?
I won't comment on the specific evidence because right now it's being looked at thoroughly, you might say forensically, just to make sure it's attached to Suzanne or anybody else or Mr. Simpson, anything like that. So I won't say the specific things, articles, but that should be soon as well.
Was it found outside of the home, in the woods?
We found 2 articles that we're interested in the woods here. Again, though, that can be, hit or miss. We have no idea if that's going to be attached to this incident.
2 articles.
Yes, I'm not going to be specific on to what those were, because they may have absolutely no involvement. But the reason for searching the woods is to find things like that. And if you don't search, you don't find them.
And anything found inside the home?
We haven't been in there yet. It's shortly.
Shortly. So
Yes.
you will be going into the home today?
Yes.
Are you looking into other properties of family homes, like ranches or something?
We're looking at anything and everything, and so we have to confirm what is out there, and then we'll focus on that. But commenting beyond that might just hinder things. You know, information gets out and it could hinder what we're trying to do. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.